amazing good old friends here, Michael Flynn. Michael, what is going on?
Just here trying to make some contacts with all of the event producers and venues and caterers and everybody else that's in the event space in the Northwest, and we're one of them.
Well, Michael's at AlphaGraphics. We met a long time ago at the Puget Sound Business Journal when I became a 40 under 40, and so I always love to tell people too, the award I can't win anymore.
Right.
So talk to me too. So now you're at AlphaGraphics, and talk to me about your role and what do you see on the horizon?
So I head up sales and customer service and project management. We're a family-owned, $10 million a year company. We are downtown, so we're the largest printer downtown, which when everybody's working in an office is great. When everybody's working in North Bend at home, it's not so good. No, but it's, we can do everything from business cards to building graphics and vehicle wraps. So that's the plus. The downside is it's a fairly broad business. So we are here because this is one of our verticals that we spend a lot of effort and energy focusing on.
Now let's talk about a meetings industry, right? We have print, and I love, you've probably seen a lot of innovations too, and a lot of change 3 years, like floor mounting things. I don't know about some of the other pieces. So talk to me too about where do you see a lot of the value in event printing?
Well, printing is not going away, but it's changing, right? It's changing and evolving. And so where you see, like, people used to produce reports, and they would, was it the Downtown Seattle Association event on Tuesday? They used to print, a 60-page report, put it on every chair for all 1,200 people with the annual sort of state of downtown that they do. They did a little booklet this time, and it's a QR code that takes it to their website, and you can download the PDF version of it. Makes sense, saves them a lot of money, not so great for printing, right? So that kind of has been a change in what I would term like traditional printing, small format.
Yeah.
But when it comes to events, people are trying to create an experience. And part of the experience is the visual aspect of it. So visually branding your entire venue, right? So transforming Block 41 or transforming, the downtown Sheridan into whatever your brand for your event is. People are still trying to do that, spend money on it, and make it unique and memorable. And part of the memorability of it is like, oh my gosh, this was so cool. We had this interactive piece, or look at those window graphics covered the entire thing, and I'm taking photos of it and I'm posting that to my Instagram. So that's a lot of what is going on today with I would term venue as well as event graphics. And then a lot of marketing now is experiential marketing. Yeah. So agencies, instead of just running print campaigns or doing online ads, they're doing in-person things where you're getting the ability to experience their brand or their product in person. And so there's always graphics that need to go along with that, whether it's directional or whether it's just reinforcing the brand and the message that they're delivering. So,
what's the biggest or weirdest or craziest thing you've had to print?
Ooh, well, so it's probably not the biggest or necessarily the craziest, but one of the most memorable. So we did, we do get to do work with the Northwest African American Museum, and we've worked with them for a number of years.
Cool museum.
And they were doing a community project focused on kids this past Juneteenth. And we made books that were the size of you and me.
What?
That were reading books. We printed them with our large format printer, and then we had to bind them. And so they were, I don't even remember how they were doing it, but they were wanting to be able to open them up, and the kids could come up and touch it. And it was like a 16-page book that was the size of us. That was pretty cool.
Cool, and it's very cool that you're working on a project like Juneteenth. I've had a chance to work with Seattle Black community here too, helping to raise voices. Recently got a chance to work on the Black-Owned Business Excellence Symposium. So
awesome.
You should check that out and see if you can help out and spread the message of the word. What's your foresight? What do you see for 2023? Right? Do you have a wish, or do you see a trend or something coming up?
Well, I think my wishes and the trending may be different.
That's all right.
My wish is that we go to the moon and that we get a bunch of brand new clients that are very creative and want to execute on some very creative things. We do have some clients that are doing that. We've actually had some really good creative conversations here where people see things.
Yeah.
All of a sudden they're like, oh, I didn't know we could do that. We've been telling you that for 4 years. But I would say trending wise, I think people are really anxious to, even if they're not going back into an office, they're anxious to get back together. And so again, going back to like the DSA event, it was packed with 1,200 people that were dressed in suits, or at least
we actually dressed up. I know, it's been 3 years.
And, and actually having a cocktail and a conversation face to face. And so I think that getting back together, it's good for our business, because if people are 100% virtual, guess what? They don't need print. But getting them back together and getting business engaged through relationships is I think something that's going to continue to trend back in 2020.
Okay, you got a shout out for one of the booths or vendors here at the Northwest Event Show.
I will say, can I do the whole section? I'd say the wine section.
That's a good section.
Yeah, they're doing wine tasting.
Yeah, that's definitely a nail there. And then, Michael, if people wanted to find you, where would they find you at?
They can find us at AlphaGraphicsSeattle.com.
AlphaGraphicsSeattle.com. Michael, so good to see you, man.
Good to see you too, John.
That's right, and it's back to hugs here at the Northwest Event Show. Check out Michael Flynn and Alpha Graphics. We'll see you next time.